The sun falls upon the mirror, manifests in it, and reveals itself through the mirror. Just as if one were heedless of the sun in the sky, denying its existence and accepting the mirror as the sun because it merely reflects its rays, they would be committing a betrayal and a murder as immense as the sun against the truth. In the same way, if you as human, that is a mirror to the names and attributes of Allah, reflecting the nur of His names and attributes on yourself like those rays of the sun, were to remain heedless to your Rabb and deny Him and claim those attributes as your own, you too would be committing an eternal betrayal and a murder against the truth. And an eternal crime requires an eternal punishment. Just as that shimmer is not inherent in the mirror itself, the spiritual attributes and emotions within you too are not inherent in the matter, in the atoms that constitute your body. If the mirror affirms the sparkles upon itself once, then it should affirm the sun 1,000 times. Which means, if you affirm the existence of the attributes in you once, then you, with an infinitely unwavering certainty, must affirm the essence of those attributes, which is your own soul and the creator of your soul, Allah. Based on this truth, and on countless others like this one, Allah, the Almighty, proclaims to all of humanity in the field of Al-Hashr, Limanil mulkul yawm, to whom belongs sovereignty this day. Meaning, who is the Hakim, the true Ma'bud, the Rab, the Ilah, and the Malik. Then there is a profound silence, and He Himself answers, Lillahil wahidil qahhar, to Allah, to the one who is one, to the subduer. So, Allah has instilled a relatively small-scaled, what we call juz'i, a small-scaled feeling of vengeance in your soul, so that you can comprehend what we call kulli, the total, the absolute vengeance. He has instilled in you a relatively small-scaled sense of ownership, so that you can know Allah who is al-Malikul Mulk, the owner of dominion. He has instilled in you a relatively small-scaled sense of sovereignty,
See their warrior pennons streaming to this battlefield. Sing! Men of Onycs, stand ye steady. Come on, sing! Cannot be ever said ye.
so that you can know the absolute Hakim, the ruler, Allah. You, by taking these truths as references, will understand the absolute, the total from the partial, the small you have. And you will reach the realization of how Allah wants Himself known, praised and loved through these attributes. For He, Jalla Jalaluhu, makes you praise Him to lift you up, yet people make you praise them in a manner resembling worship to degrade you. Now think. Those who praise helpless creatures as if worshipping them are helpless themselves, and those who make others praise them so are also helpless. Both are finite, condemned to death. Meanwhile, among those who make themselves praised, there are many in whose eyes the praisers resembling worshippers have no value at all. Human history is filled with hypocrites and tyrants who seek to be worshipped. And behind all that cruelty and hypocrisy, again there are the feelings of wanting to make oneself known and praised, be it by making others love or by intimidating them and even killing them. While Allah has placed these feelings in the human soul for humanity to understand the truth that He wants them to know Him, love Him, and praise Him through all His blessings and works, humans, failing to direct these feelings to their true purpose, has caused the happiness and well-being of mankind to be destroyed and humanity to be shattered. Humans who do not direct these feelings towards Allah and submit to His rule and discipline, instead of doing that, have made their greatest worry to have themselves loved and praised by others and have become preoccupied with this. And they have revealed the subjection of theirs by making themselves loved in hypocrisy or spreading fear among others through tyranny and oppression. Thus humankind has been led to that hypocrisy and tyranny, scuffancy and barbarism. All human values and justice have fallen silent on earth. The massacre of billions of people has occurred. Humanity has been shattered into pieces and has been subjected to unimaginable hardships and injustice. There has been no mercy left, no righteousness, and no true allegiance to what is right. Yet had the feelings of wanting to be loved and wanting to be praised been directed to its true owner Allah, humankind would not have been preoccupied with trying to make themselves loved, admired and praised through this hypocrisy, scuffancy or tyranny. Humanity would have submitted to the discipline of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu by realizing the truth that there is someone who introduces himself and makes himself loved with all his adorned, decorated and beautiful works. As a result, humankind would give all human values their true worth, and when they would love in His name and live in His name. For human, the life of this world would become like paradise. Now, think for a moment. Who is the one who gave you these eyes and sight? Why are you, in physical sense, a seer? For you to know Allah as Basir, the all-seeing, the one who shows Himself through all the beautifully painted and adorned works in many forms and colors on a deliberate intent, you too are a seer with the eyes granted you. Who else but Allah, who is Al-Basir, the all-seeing, could give you this eye and the ability to see? Think carefully. Glasses, for example. Glasses are makings that are lifeless and blind. Now, if even the maker of a lifeless, sightless pair of glasses must necessarily be a living, seeing, knowing and intelligent human, how must the master who created the living, seeing and intelligent human like you, especially your eyes, be? Can it be ever possible for the maker of an art such as you to be astaghfirullah, the lifeless, mindless atoms and unconscious causes? Now think again. Just as an artist who makes blind, senseless, lifeless paintings or sculptures must necessarily be a seeing, intelligent and living person.
Make another one and just sort of work from the center out. There it goes. It's easier to do them fast than it is slow, though. Here they come. Just sort of back and forth. I had a lady in class one time told me it was like making Z's, the letter Z. She called them Z trees. So I guess that's as good of an analogy as any. From the center out. The center of the tree should be the thickest, darkest, strongest part of the tree. Because you have leaves on the back, you have a trunk.
Can the artist who created the you, who sees, lives, loves, thinks, and whose body and soul are endowed with immense wisdom, meanings, and emotions, be the blind, powerless, lifeless atoms and unconscious causes? It is absolutely certain that no painting's painter is its paints. And you too are like a marvelously crafted sculpture or a painting which is alive, intelligent, willful, and which sees, hears, loves, and shows mercy. So what kind of a master and artist must the creator of such a masterpiece like you be? And in order for you to get to know and understand the one who makes you hear, the one who is As-Sami, the all-hearing, Yes, for you to get to know and understand the one who is the all-hearing and gives you the ability to hear. You too are a hearer. Isn't the one who created the distinct and perfect auditory systems in your body and in all living beings the one who knows your ear with its everything? Who is the one, through the beauty and harmony of their sounds, calls out to the depths of your soul and invites you to hear him, saying that he is your creator, who is As-Sami, the all-hearing. Surely Allah, the one who created your ears, makes himself heard through an eternal address delivered by prophets and messengers alayhimus salam. And you too are endowed with the feeling of love for you to get to know Allah, the one who loves you and makes you love him through all material and spiritual blessings and creations as Al-Wadud, as Al-Ma'ruf and as Al-Mahbub, and to love him so. Think about what it is that those thousands of delicate, beautiful flowers adorned, painted and shaped with splendid ornaments, along with thousands of varieties of fruits and vegetables adorned with distinct flavors and fragrances expressed. Aren't they an expression of love? Aren't they, with an infinite certainty, the expression of showing oneself through all his works and blessings, of mercy, of grace, and of generosity as the clear truth? Well then, who is the one who shows and expresses this evident love, mercy, and grace? Who is the one who knows everything, declares his control over everything, shows his volition over everything, and that he is Al-Karim, that he is Al-Latif, that he is Al-Wadud, and that he is Al-Ma'ruf? Who is the one who knows your love and passion? Who is the one who knows your eyes? Who is the one who knows all your emotions and the entirety of the anatomy of your body with absolute certainty? Who is the one who speaks to you through those delicate flowers created on a deliberate intent, those fruits with their distinct tastes and scents, and the chirping of the birds? Would you say it's the stems of those flowers, or consciousless trees and their branches, or the atoms from which those things are made and their particles that are absolute lifeless and absolute mindless? Or is it evolution? On the one hand, you say you don't believe what your eyes haven't seen, yet on the other hand, you try to attribute deity to time that has neither spiritual qualities nor even material attributes. Then on top of that too, you will call its name evolution. Know for sure, be absolutely sure that there is someone who knows you infinitely better than you know yourself, and that he offers you an infinite love and friendship with such splendid blessings and works, and he says, I have embraced you with your life, your heart, your body, your eyes, your ears, your lungs, the air, your blood, your mother, your father, with all your loved ones, with springs, with the mountains, the seas and the sun, the moon and the stars. I have embraced you with blessings in hundreds of thousands of kinds. Yet while you are in the embrace of such Aziz and Jalil, Qadir and Rahim essence, do you really attempt to open your arms to finite, frail embraces such as yourself, and to cling to them, and to deify them as if they were your Rabb? If you are going to live for one so worthy that living will be worth. And if you are going to love one so worthy that loving will infinitely be worth. Unless you don't love the love himself, and unless you don't carry those you love into eternity with his love, his name, and his infinity, then whom will you really love? For how long? Where until? And if you don't fall in love with the love himself, then whom or what will you truly fall in love with? And even if you could, then in your own opinion, if those loves and affections are doomed to an eternal deadness, what meaning are they holding for anyone? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whose existence is infinitely more real and beyond than the existence of the universe, is the love himself. Anything other than him is in the value of a shadow compared to him. How can you dare to leave your true Rabb and attempt to cling to mere shadows like yourself? What foolishness it is for a mere shadow to abandon its holder, then try to embrace shadows like itself. And you will die a true death. And since you will die a true death, die for one so worthy that dying will be worth. Now, also look at the sense of offering, providing too in you. You too have that feeling of treating by being pleased to please others, so that you can get to know and love Allah as Al-Karim, the most generous, who makes humans love Him by making them pleased with all His blessings, providing them with treats with this very intent. Therefore, you should perceive and appreciate the value of this and say, there must be someone who is Karim and Rahim, who provides both for me and whole creation on purpose, by knowing, by seeing, and by being pleased with pleasing. You also have the sense of mercy, so that you can know your Rabb as Al-Rahim, the most merciful, and to know that He is also Al-Muntaqim, the retaliator, the inflictor of retribution. You too have the sense of revenge. And for you to know that He is Al-Alim, the all-knowing one, that He does everything with absolute knowledge and volition, you too possess the attribute of acting deliberately with your will and knowledge. And for you to get to know Allah as Al-Wadud, the most loving, and Ma'ruf, the one who makes Himself known and beloved, who is pleased to please through all His blessings and beautiful works He has created with purpose and on purpose, you too possess the innate feeling of being pleased to make yourself known and loved. You too possess the ability to shape and color things to make them look beautiful, so that you can understand that He, Jalla Jalaluhu, is the Muzayyin, the adorner, and the Mulawwin, the beautifier, the one who gives color, and that He paints and adorns everything in His works of art to show them to you. And for you to understand that He, Jalla Jalaluhu, is As-Sani, the true artist, you too possess the faculty of artistry. And it goes likewise further and further. So, you are given the feeling of love so that you can know you are loved and the one who loves. You are given sight so that you can know you are seen and the one who sees. You are given hearing so that you can know you are heard and the one who hears. You are given the sense of offering so that you can know you are bestowed upon and the one who bestows. And you are given the feeling of mercy so that you can realize you are shown mercy and know the one who is the merciful. Except the attributes that belong to only Allah alone, you too have some certain attributes like these to only a limited extent, so that you can know Him who has them with no limits, unmatchingly and uniquely. With your limited, partial, small-scaled knowledge, you bear witness to His absolute, complete, total knowledge. With your limited will, you bear witness to His absolute, total decree. With your small-scaled ownership, you bear witness to His total, limitless ownership. And with your juz'i claims of sovereignty, you bear witness to His what we call kulli sovereignty. All truths in you bear witness to the divine truths of Him, Jalla Jalaluhu. These truths are a reality further beyond your certainty and testimony of your own existence and the existence of the universe. If Allah had not granted you these attributes and faculties, you wouldn't have been able to know His absolute sovereignty and ownership. You wouldn't have been able to get to know or feel Allah with His attributes and names like Basir, Sami, Alim, Rahim, and Karim. So here it is. Your absolute truth is the religion's reality itself. Now, people who do not live the truth of themselves as the religion and do not realize that their reality is the religion can never truly rise to the truth of creation, can never truly live their human reality, thus can never be truly pious. The ayah that says, "Are those who know equal to those who don't?" expresses this truth. A person who is not molded by these truths, thus cannot be truly pious, will always remain superficial also in being human and putting human values forward. Anyone who is not firmly upon these truths will be led astray by their nafs and demons. In most places and instances, they will be made to put on just the performance of being human. So, there, the religious distortions in people arise from the true piety remaining unmanifested, that is, from failing to understand and live the religion as one's own reality, thus being unable to reach their original purpose. The divisions among people who appear religious and corruptions in any form in whatever manner they occur arise from their failure to deeply comprehend these truths, to properly appreciate them, and to truly internalize them within their souls against their nafs. Ali radiallahu anhu said, "The source of basira is tafakkur, and tafakkur is to deeply reflect upon these truths." So, without this genuine contemplation on truths, even religious people cannot easily escape the deceit of their demons and nafs, thus they fall into ridiculous traps and games. In the light of all these truths, Islam is to establish true justice and order, being in peace with true mercy, with the purpose of creation and its truths, and to do justice to all of these. Islam doesn't only mean people being at peace with each other. It also means being at peace with one's own human truths and human values. No one who is not at peace with their own truths can truly be at peace with true justice, or true compassion, true generosity, true loyalty, and faithful care and remembrance of those who deserve, and true human values.